Hi everyone, welcome to Soul Strength Tarot. I'm Lauren. We are going to do a weekly reading. This is for the week of February 10th, and it'll go from Sunday to Sunday. You can see behind me, I have 3 different decks of cards. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose the deck that you want to hear from. All right. And you're going to notice in a minute, you're going to see each deck has a crystal on top. We have a rose quartz crystal on the first deck. The middle is a fluorite crystal. If you're familiar with crystals and one of these calls to you, it's one of your favorites, you use it a lot, you could definitely make your selection by doing that. This is an amethyst crystal. You could choose it by color. You could choose it by what you're drawn to. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You could just simply, look at each deck pile and see what you think, what calls to you. You could listen to more than one pile. This is a general reading. When you listen to these readings, you want to keep in mind, what are the relationships going on in your life this week? What are the situations? This could be family, romance, work related. It could be what's going on inside you in terms of mindset, where you're at with trying to make certain decisions in your life. This is what I love about the tarot. This is why I have a passion for reading tarot cards, because they give us insights into our life. They give us new perspectives, new ways of thinking about ourselves, new understandings about, not only ourselves, but the people in our life, why they might be behaving the way that they do. You're going to find in this deck, in this particular reading, I'm using the Carolyn Mace archetype cards. So we're going to talk about personalities that might be impacting you, whether it's your own or somebody in your life that's close to you this week. You are going to hear from angels. There are going to be astrology cards in here, tarot cards, animal spirit cards. So we have quite an awesome mix of energies that will come through to give you insight into what you can expect. So this will be from February 10th to February 17th. And it doesn't matter what sign you are, so go ahead and choose your pile based on what you're drawn to. See you in a minute. Okay, so when you choose the deck that you want, I'm just going to show you these crystals up close. This is a rose quartz, so this is a pale pink. It's very shimmery. This is also called a scrying stone. This has been sliced in the center so you can see inside the stone. So some people use it to actually look inside and get intuitive messages and readings done that way. So if you like that. Over here we have fluorite. This is purple and green. Purple and green are a connection to spirit and your heart. Fluorite's a beautiful stone for working with your intuition. And then finally we have amethyst. Again, this is another stone that is a very high vibration, purple. So you can go ahead and choose which pile fits you this week. So this will be pile 1, 2, and 3. And you can click on the timestamp below to go right to your reading. Okay, so for those of you that chose the rose quartz, we're gonna get started. All right, let's see. You have worry is a wasted emotion coming up as your message from your guides. For your Moonology card, you have show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. And we actually just had a full moon in Leo last night. We're still in that full moon energy. You have the Queen of Water and the Page of Water. Your angel message is be open to receiving. You do deserve to receive. And then we have the first house, the body, the 8 of coins, the strength card reversed, the Queen of coins reversed, the number 10 karmic completion, brown bear spirit, take a time out, and the athlete archetype. Okay, so we're actually going to put these down here. So some of the main messages that have come out for you for this week will be, first of all, worry is a wasted emotion. If you're somebody that is up in your head, you have something going on in your life right now, you have something that is stressing you out, Spirit is letting you know that worrying is not going to change anything or solve anything. It is a wasted use of our energy. And that's something really important to know. Anytime we are envisioning the way things are going to go, we're trying to predict how things are going to go, we're having conversations in our head, we're predicting what people are going to say, and we're stressing ourselves out. We're probably a lot of the time on the defense of how do we solve the problem, how do we have the conversations that are hard. When we're worrying like that, it's definitely a misuse of our imagination. And I say that because worry is our imagination. If you think about all the things that you worry about happening and how very few of those things that you think about actually do happen, we spend way too much time and put way too much attention on things that are not going to serve us, okay? So Spirit wants you to know, try to have control over where your thoughts are this week. Do not worry about how things are going to go. Our life is always being co-created at the same time, not only our intentions and our decisions, but also the way Spirit is providing support and help for us, okay? So rather than worry, you're getting show the world the real you. So if there is something going on where you are hesitant to be authentic or hesitant to be your real self, to have an honest conversation, to pursue something that's on your heart, Spirit is letting you know this week, be confident. Really love who you are. This week is all about self-love. We have Valentine's Day on Friday, and we want to own who we are, and we want to be true to ourselves, okay? So that means in the way that you speak, the things that you're saying, be honest. Be honest about what you want, what's on your heart, what matters to you, what would make you feel really happy. Don't avoid conversations or avoid saying things or being honest in order to keep relationships calm or to keep other people happy. This is about you, okay? And it's about how you're using your thoughts and how you're feeling about yourself. So show the world the real you. And by the way, a full moon in Aquarius, we're in the age of Aquarius right now. Aquarius as a sign is very much about enjoyment and feeling pampered and feeling satisfied and aesthetic things, beauty. Aquarians really love to surround themselves with things that look nice and feel nice and smell nice. So when it comes to the idea of showing the world the real you, what would make you happy? Focus on what actually would bring you pleasure. What would make you feel just content and satisfied this week, okay? So rather than thinking about anything negative, shift over to what would make you happy, okay? When you find yourself in that cycle of worry, shift into a different thought pattern. So you're getting first house, the body, and what's interesting is you're also getting the archetype of athlete, okay? So this tells me that Spirit wants you very much to be focusing on your body, your health, your physical movement. If you are trying to pursue some goals potentially in terms of your physical fitness or your health, this is a week that you're being very supported to do so, okay? So if there are health issues that you're facing, just stay strong for sure and stay in a place of joy as you're working on whatever healing has to go on for you. If there are physical fitness goals that you have, if you're pushing yourself to achieve something and push boundaries of, the physical state that you've been in most of your life, then this is a week where you are being super supported by Spirit to really focus on your physical health and doing the things that bring you joy, achieving the goals that you're working on, okay? It's important for you, all right? So you're not going to be held back by anybody that makes you doubt yourself or anybody that makes you feel like it's not possible. You're being told by Spirit in two ways with this athlete card. It says dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. So this is very much about pushing yourself to the limits in terms of honoring your body, feeling good about who you are, understanding that you're capable of any positive change that you want to make. Just something to note with archetypes, we always operate from a light or a dark, light and shadow place. So just be careful. The shadow archetype of the athlete is misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, a false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. So, just a reminder, we're not all superheroes. Even if you're super strong and feeling really amazing, honor your body, honor its, the way that it's made and designed and its limitations. Don't go too far overboard if you are somebody who's really into physical fitness, okay? But understand that when you do honor the body, it is our bodies work for us. We are created to be successful in what we focus on. You're created to be healthy. You are created to operate in a flow, a state of flow. So this is definitely a week where making choices that are going to serve you and serve your overall health, your mental and emotional and physical well-being, it's very important. You want to have a balance, okay? And when we remember this, be open to receiving, you do deserve to receive angel message. This is about the fact that now is the time, right? If you have been worried, you are blocking. When we worry, we block energy flow. So if you have been spending a lot of time worried about the way something is going to play out, a situation in your life, how it's going to be resolved, if this is a health issue, don't spend time worrying about anything. You need to be open to receive, which means when we feel that worry, those thoughts of worry creep in, we need to shift to something that makes us happy, okay? This Aquarian energy. Watch something funny, eat something that makes you feel good, be surrounded with messages, people, and vibrations that make you happy. Because when you let go of the stuff that's stressing you out as much as possible, you are going to actually make space for that new to come in, all right? So there's new energy that wants to come in. That's also being validated by this number 10. We have the number 10 karmic completion. So for you guys this week, there's something that's coming to an end. The number 10 in tarot refers to or references an ending, all right? So there's some sort of chapter or some sort of situation that you have overcome. So if it is something involving your physical health, if it's a health goal, that if, a physical fitness goal, you've definitely been putting the work in. If this is health related in terms of illness and healing, again, this is almost over, okay? So this is something that no matter what was important for you. You're getting the number 9 here, animal spirit, brown bear spirit, take time out, okay? So this is also about doing things that are less stressful. So when we take a time out, we kind of check out from all of the sense of responsibility and all the stuff that's weighing us down, that keeps us up at night worrying, right? So if we're getting that worry as a wasted emotion and then we got to take the time out, you definitely need to focus on the stuff that makes you feel good. So you're going to bring in that Aquarian energy and you're going to truly make the decision to make time for yourself, doing the things that matter to you. Something to note about this bear, he is green. Green is the color of the heart chakra. This worry card is blue. That's the color of our throat and our crown and our third eye, all up in the spiritual part of our energetic being. You are definitely being told, focus on what makes you happy. Focus on what would make your heart feel happy. Take a break from the thoughts. Stop trying to predict the way things will go, thinking that everything is up to you to force. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to, it's not all on us ever, okay? We have to lean into spirit and we have to trust that we meet spirit halfway. So we're gonna stop worrying this week and instead we're gonna focus on stuff that really makes us feel good. And I really feel like that's sensory for you because of the way we have this body, the physical connection to the body showing up, all right? Now, we have down here the Queen of Water and the Page of Water. Water represents our emotions and our feeling and being in the flow. So I definitely think this message here, when we're getting rid of worry as a wasted emotion, all right, we're going to instead tap into this Queen of Water energy. She is confident and she is at peace and she is in the flow with the universe and with spirit. And she's trusting that everything is totally going to work out the way that it's meant to. This Page of Water is a new beginning, okay? So notice how she's just has her eyes closed and she's looking here to this new beginning, this new page coming in of new emotions. There's going to be a cleansing for you this week. So you need to remain in this energy. You need to access this sense of peace, which is what happens when we take the time out from worrying. We take a break from what is worrying us and instead we shift our attention onto things that make us happy, okay? And it is very, very important that you do that this week, okay? So maybe you're gonna go to yoga. Maybe you're going to go to a sound healing class. There's a lot of places that play the bowls now. And that's so peaceful and so calming for our spirit. And that's the energy that you want to access this week, is this sense of peace, because you have something new coming up ahead of you. You have new, happy, joyful, beautiful, brand new emotions coming up ahead, whether that's in the form of a new person coming into your life, a new connection that's actually going to be helping you. But no matter what, you're definitely getting a cleansing of new emotional energy. So this week is not about stress. This week is about finding peace wherever you can. It is about feeling good about yourself, feeling confident in who you are and how you've been handling things up to this point, and really, truly just having trust and faith in what's ahead. Now we have the 8 of Coins coming here through with the tarot, and with the number 8. This is interesting. Ready? So you have the Strength card, although it came through reverse, but you have the 8 of Coins and the Strength, which is the number 8. So here you have these 2 8s. That is significant. So you have 2 8s. Then you have a 9 coming through with the Bear card, okay? And then you have a 10, karmic completion. So you guys are definitely on the other side of a moment in your life, a chapter in your life. You're coming to the end of it now. The 8 of coins represents really focusing and just doing the work that's involved in getting through whatever the goal is, okay? So if there's, you know, the physical goal, the health, the well-being that's on your mind, it's you actually putting in the work. It's you recognizing when you're worrying, shifting your focus because you know that you're in control of your thoughts. This is focused attention. So when we're getting rid of the worries, we're going to shift our focus to something that serves us more. And the 8 of coins always, to me, represents truly being focused on something that is from your heart. It's like focusing on a growth or learning something new or developing new habits that serve you. It's really a passionate pursuit in my eyes. So with the 8 of coins, again, one more confirmation of shift your focus from anything that doesn't serve you and instead put your focus on something that actually matters to you, something that lights your heart up, that brings you a sense of joy, right? Because this Queen of Water, these emotions here, this is something that should be focused on joy and trust and faith, definitely not on fear or any level of worry. So the Strength card came through, and we know that, you know, strength in the tarot literally represents you need to be strong to get through, but it came up for you guys reversed, which indicates to me that there is not something so difficult coming through. And if there is, let's say there is a challenge in your life, and you're doubting yourself, do not doubt yourself, okay? Don't doubt the strength that you have. You have to tap into that strength in hard times, especially if there's something that is causing you to worry. But that's, in actuality, what I really feel is a release, okay? So sometimes with the Strength card, it's like Spirit telling us that we have action to take and we've got to be strong. But when the Strength card is coming up reversed and you're getting more of just a focus on something that brings you joy, something that you're passionate about, the Strength card over here is that release of the forcefulness. It's the release of taking that action that requires so much control. It's really relinquishing control and relaxing a little bit that you don't have to try so hard, okay? You really don't have to hold on and grasp to the way you think everything is supposed to go. You're being supported, you're being guided, you can relax, okay? And focus on something that matters. Next up, we have the Queen of Coins. I'll just show you what she looks like. She is absolutely a manifester. She is somebody who is, you know, producing what she wants. She knows what she wants. She knows how to get it. This Queen of Coins reversed could indicate that some of you are having some self-doubt, all right? And again, that's another possibility for that reversed Strength card. So self-doubt is something that doesn't serve us. So if that is what's plaguing you this week, if there is this feeling of I am worried about what people think of me, if I step into my power and I talk about something that I'm passionate about, or I take on a leadership role, or I take action being more authentically myself, I'm afraid of how people will perceive me. You're getting that show the world the real you. You don't have to worry about how people will ever perceive you. No judgment. You need to instead let go of the fear that's holding you back, all right? Anything that's messing with your self-confidence or your mindset, and you need to flip it over, okay? That Queen of Coins is very confident. She understands she is where she is because of what she has gone through, what she has learned. So you have this karmic completion card coming in. So Spirit wants you to understand you are over here. This 10 right here represents a lot of work on your part. This represents effort. It represents a journey. It represents growth. It represents the fact that you have learned lessons that have been really important for you. So understand that you are operating with that Queen of Swords energy, whether you're a male or a female. This is this wealth and this plethora of wisdom that you have, skills, talents, whatever it is that's on your mind this week that you want to pursue, that you're, you know, maybe having some self-doubt about, definitely let the self-doubt go, okay? You're ready. You have what you need. The world is ready for you. The world needs you because we all need always to be more authentically ourselves. That's how we actually change the world for the better. This page of water is, again, just kind of validating the idea that you have finished a cycle and you're ready for something new, okay? So this page of water is that new energy coming in, that new beginning, that new thing that is going to bring you joy. So welcome it, be ready for it, and definitely access that Queen of Coins energy. You have nothing to fear. There is no necessity for self-doubt whatsoever. You've done the work. You are here for a reason, and the angels want you to know you need to be open to receiving. You deserve to receive. Now is the time. There is going to be a shift this week for sure for you guys that chose the rose quartz. Something is shifting. You don't have to do the work to achieve that shift. Instead, you need to follow the things that, pay attention to the things that bring you joy. Make those decisions. Go to the places this week that make you happy. Eat the food that makes you happy. Hang out with the people that make you happy, okay? And take care of your body, take care of your health, and just know that you are supported. So I thank you for watching. Hit subscribe if you'd like more readings like this, and have a great week. I wish you all the best. Okay, those of you that chose fluorite, here we go. We're going to see what you have here. So your angel message is look at both sides of the situation. You do not have to agree, but at least be understanding. All right, good to know. We'll see what that really means here. The archetype that you are working on or with this week is the gambler archetype, okay? So this is willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. But it is a warning not to rely on luck rather than hard work, okay? So we're just going to put that there. We have the mouse spirit, tend to the small things coming up. So we're going to be paying attention to details this week. The number 40. Pay attention to the numbers that come out because the numbers are just as significant as any other message. Then you have the master number 33 coming out with communication. All right. Let's see what your tarot cards are. You have the Fool, followed by the reverse 3 of coins and the reversed Ace of Swords. Okay. Your astrology card for the week is Gemini, I think. All right, we have a lot of mental energy coming through for you guys this week. You have the Emperor card coming out. Okay, beautiful. The Ace of Earth. Okay, so we have a couple aces coming out in your reading, which is showing a new beginning. Our moon cycle, take time to breathe out, the disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. Okay, and finally, appreciate your talents is coming through. Okay. All right. So let's talk about what all of these cards mean for you. With your messages from the guides. First of all, I'm getting the idea that you, first of all, need to remember this week that you are highly capable of anything that you set your mind to, okay? Achieving anything in terms of navigating any challenges that come up this week, appreciating your talents, and tending to the small things. These are two cards to me right now that are calling you to recognize that you have whatever skills that you need to get through whatever you need to get through this week, okay? Any challenges that might come up. Tending to the small things is anything like paying your bills and doing your laundry and just making sure the details of life are taken care of so that you don't make your life a little bit more complicated. And that appreciating your talents is understanding that you have lots and lots of skills that get to be put to use this week that you're really good at. So you want to own that, okay? And what's interesting is with this gambler archetype card, this is not necessarily about gambling money, although it certainly could be. The gambler archetype represents a personality that is okay with taking risks. Somebody who really, truly follows their intuition, trusts themselves, trusts their gut instinct. When used in the light, the gambler is an awesome archetype to manifest change because it takes a lot of courage to follow your intuition, right? So that gambler energy is really about accessing your courage. If there's something new that you want to pursue, and there's something new that is on your mind and you've been wondering, do I take a chance? Do I start something new? Do I end this, do I quit this job and try something different? That's kind of the energy of, yes, all right, a validation of taking a risk and following your gut instinct. But also you have this Gemini card coming out, I think, right? So that is definitely about making reasonable decisions, okay? You have the two sides. The Gemini represents the twins, and that represents the light and the dark, the yin and the yang, the two working together, the duality of things, all right? So When we're making decisions this week, I'm just going to advise you to be careful, right? Weigh your options. We're not going to jump into that gambler energy just out of that spontaneous, ooh, I really want that. I want to buy that. I want to do that. I'm going to take a chance on this. You do want to weigh it out with some thought behind it and some reasoning, right? Because you have an everyday life that matters. So you don't want to wind up making any decisions that are going to mess you up in the long run. All right. And I think that's going to happen through really good communication. All right. So you have the master number 33 coming up. Communication is about obviously communicating. This is you and your conversations with anybody in your life that matters. I believe it's going to be important conversations. So you're going to need to be expressing yourself. Maybe you are, if you're dealing with some type of a situation that's challenging for you, that angel message says, look at both sides of the situation. You do not have to agree, but at least be understanding. So kind of monitor yourself, okay? Kind of put yourself in check. If you are in a disagreement with somebody and you just can't understand why they are behaving the way that they're behaving or making their decisions, you understand you're not in charge of that, okay? You don't get to 100% judge. We kind of need to look at each other and understand that we're all on our own karmic journey. And while people are different than us and we might not always see eye to eye with the people in our life, we do have to honor the fact that they are working with their own sense of self and they are on their own journey. And here's the deal. If you are operating with this gambler archetype, you're probably somebody who maybe can't really relate to somebody who plays it really safe. Maybe that bothers you. Maybe the way other people think and maybe the way they hold themselves back bothers you or it kind of frustrates you, especially if it's somebody close to you, if it's somebody that is, if their decisions impact you and that frustrates you because you're more of a go-getter, right? Like a gambler is a little bit more spontaneous. You're somebody who's going to, if you feel it in your gut, you're going to act on it before you put a ton of thought, but yet you might have somebody in your life that is a Gemini, somebody who does not act so spontaneously. I can tell you right now that I'm a Scorpio sun. I tend to use that gambler archetype sometimes where I will jump on something and be really spontaneous. And somebody who is a Gemini in my life, like my mom, she can't always relate to that. She's more of a planner and a thinker, and we're different that way. And it doesn't mean that she's right or I'm wrong or vice versa. It means that we are both operating with a different blueprint for this life, okay? So careful in the way that you interact with the people in your life this week and understand that they're just not all operating with the sense of energy that you are, okay? So you have this take time to breathe out. This is definitely hitting the pause button, okay? So if in conversations this week you find yourself being triggered and you're kind of getting frustrated with the people that you're dealing with, you're not seeing eye to eye, you can't relate to them, I would say just hit the pause button and revisit the conversations at another time. I would not pursue it too hard, especially if you feel your emotions reacting, all right? So let's take a look at your tarot. You have the Fool card coming out, you have the reverse 3 of coins, and you have the Ace of Swords reversed. Okay, so we know the Fool represents the beginning of a journey. This is something that is just starting out. This is a new beginning, learning something brand new, trying something brand new, setting out on a new adventure, right? Maybe it's a new goal that's coming up. We have this reverse 3 of coins showing up, and the reverse 3 of coins indicates that there is a lack of planning going on, that there is possibly things that need to be more looked at more closely, right? Because the 3 of coins, you can see, right side up, he's got his blueprints, he's following a plan as he's creating the work of art that he's creating, because the 3 of coins is all about creating something new, and it's about really being productive and manifesting. But when we have this reversal, it's a lack of working with somebody else, it's a lack of getting expertise, and it's a lack of following set plans. Now, that doesn't always mean that it's not going to work out, but it also could kind of trip you up, right? Because when we don't plan things out, if we jump into something a little bit too soon and we're not totally ready for it, we might actually wind up causing ourselves a little bit more complications down the road. So let's say you have your talents, you know exactly what you're good at, you just want to get something going this week. Well, I would advise you to just slow down a little bit and really pay attention to the details, okay? So you want to understand that when you plan out things a little bit more meticulously this week, I think you're going to have better results. Pay attention to the small things. Pay attention to the details. Do not dismiss somebody. If somebody comes in and says, hey, I can help you out with that, or, oh, I know how to do that, or I've done that before, be open to receiving that support if somebody shows up, because I think it's going to serve you. I think that there's this energy dichotomy this week between wanting to just go and do something and get something done versus wanting to maybe take the time out to plan a little bit more. But I think it's going to be in your best interest if you really give everything total thought. And if then, after you give it thought and you listen to the other person's ideas, you decide to follow your gut instinct anyway, go for it. But give it the time to think, okay? Communicate, be open-minded, give it time to think. How do your talents, how do your skills complement with somebody else's? And if you invite somebody else's abilities into your situations this week, whatever the goals are that you want to get achieved, I think it'll work out well. Okay, we have this Ace of Swords coming up reversed. So an Ace of Swords is a new beginning. And it is a new, very clear. The Ace of Swords to me represents like clarity of mind. That sword is like cutting away, cutting through anything that doesn't serve you. You can see the eagle totem above that representing that higher perspective, okay? Here's the deal. If it's coming up reversed, again, there's this lack of clarity of being able to see the full picture. And that is something I'm just going to warn you about. You really want to have the full picture this week. You want to be communicating with the people in your life, okay? So if there's something going on at work that's expected of you, really communicate, really understand that you want to have as much information as you can to get the full picture, because that's what this card represents, and I don't think that you have it right now, right? So as the week starts off, you want to make it kind of very important for you to see everything from all angles. Get all the information, get all the details. If you're about to sign a contract on something, make a large purchase, anything that is really an investment for you, okay? That new beginning, that full energy, something that is an investment of your time, money, or skills. Trust yourself for sure. And get all the information that you need. Don't just say yes right away. Don't just jump into it. Don't just, don't totally gamble with your resources this week, because I think you need to put more time into whatever's going on this week, all right? You have the Ace of Earth showing up, which is, again, another new beginning. It is a card that is rooted in strength and rooted in the idea that something new is coming for you, that's being created right now, that is going to make your life better. This is like a manifestation of something really good for you, okay? So in tarot, this would be related to the Pentacles. And it is definitely a strength card. And just so you see how these came up together, not only did you get the Ace of Earth, but you got the Emperor, and you could see that lion on his throne. That Emperor energy is leadership, and it's very much a wisdom that's being applied, that needs to be applied, right? So you're taking this Emperor energy of, I see you, I recognize all the details of this, I see your motivations, I understand what's going on here, and making your decisions as you proceed. So you have these ideas coming through this week of definitely something new getting started, all right? Some type of investment, some type of new relationship, some type of new project, something that's going to be good for you, but you're definitely going to need to operate with this Emperor energy. And he's not somebody like the gambler. He's not going to jump in before the time is right. He's not going to act impulsively. That is definitely coming through as a warning, right? No impulsivity this week. You really want to think things through, because what you're starting this week is going to last a while. It's going to be good for you. So you want to lay the foundation securely. You want to make sure everything is starting off on the right foot. We are in that pre-Mercury retrograde moment right now, which means that the energies are shifting, because Mercury is going to go retrograde next week, actually at the end of this week. So you are listening. You don't have to agree with everybody on everything. You're being open-minded. You're taking it all in, and ultimately making your decision from this place of this Emperor energy and trusting yourself. And just so you can see, I think this is a really big week for you, because you have the 4 coming through on the Mouse Spirit, 10 to the small things. You have the 4 coming through and the Emperor. You have the 33 master number coming through with communication. So understand, talking getting the highest perspective, getting all the information this week. Those are your priorities. Really, truly making your decisions from a space of confidence and a space of trusting yourself, trusting the way you perceive situations, but do not act impulsively. I think you guys are going to have a great week, whatever you're starting this week. Best of luck to you. And I will see you soon. Hit subscribe if you would like more videos like this. Have a great week. Okay, and for those of you that chose the Amethyst, let's see what the messages are for your week. Okay, so we're starting out with, do not focus on where you have been, focus on where you are headed. All right, so your angel message is to stay focused on what is in front of you. You're getting the archetype of the child nature archetype. We'll talk about what that means. You have the peacock spirit, let it shine. Oh, you have some really good energy coming through here. You have the 8 card manifestation. Wow. Okay, so people who chose the Amethyst, you guys are rocking and rolling this week. You have definitely a strong message coming out of achievement this week. You have the astrology card, the Black Moon Lilith, mystery, the number 12. Pay attention to any numbers that come through that are significant to you. Your moon phase, your moonology card is stepping out of your comfort zone, the North Node. And then you have the High Priestess. All right, and she's card number 2. This is really quite an amazing energy for those of you that chose this crystal. And then you have the Empress, number 3. Holy moly, I can't wait to talk about these cards with you. This is awesome. Your message from your guides is that you are never alone. Beautiful. And your tarot came out as the Page of Wands, the 8 of Cups, and the Page of Coins. Okay, so Amethyst people, holy moly, you have really, really actually amazing energies coming through for this week. So we'll start off with the first one. This angel message, do not focus on where you've been, focus on where you're headed. So Spirit wants you to know that you do not need to spend any time looking behind you. Don't worry about regrets. Don't worry about mistakes that you think that you've made. Don't worry about anything that is, anything you think, oh, if I could go back and do it over again, I would do it differently. Don't even waste your time going there. The only thing that matters is what's coming up ahead for you. So I don't know what goals you have for yourself, but I'm definitely getting a vibe that you probably have something on your heart or on your mind that you want to accomplish. You're getting the number 8 manifestation card. So you actually have 2 8s in your reading, all right, because you have the 8 of Cups coming through here. So 8 to me is always a card that I associate in the tarot with the Magician, only because on the traditional tarot, the Magician has the inverted 8, the sideways 8, which is the infinity symbol, right? If you hold the 8 this way, there's the infinity symbol. And here we know the 8 is representing manifestation, and the 8 of Cups is about walking away from something that you're done with into something new territory, okay? You could see there the cups that are on the ground that his back is turned to. He's going through a doorway with that beautiful golden ray of light. So this is telling me that this week there's going to be a huge focus for you on what your goals are and what you want to achieve. What do you want in your life? What are you hoping for? Like whether this is something in your career or this is, a new project maybe that you're going for. This could be the walking away from something that no longer serves you, right? Because this 8 of Cups is about leaving behind something that you've put some effort into. Those 8 cups represent what you've already done, right? So it's time spent, it's effort, it's attention, it's going towards something, it's working for something. It does have something to do with emotions and relationships possibly. There might be a relationship that you're ending that you feel like you need to, cut cords with, cut your ties with. Maybe it's an emotional thing where you're deciding to no longer invest your emotions into something because what you really want through that doorway is what's going to make you happy, right? You want to manifest what really will make your heart feel good. You want to manifest the feelings, the emotions, the vibes on a daily basis that really will serve you. And that's what's in your heart right now that really wants to come through. So if you have been debating on making a decision, if there's something that you've wanted to go towards a move that you've wanted to make, an ending that you've been debating about. I think Spirit is letting you know that now is the time to kind of focus on what you know is right for you, okay? With that being said, I'm going to jump over to these really quick. You have the High Priestess and the Empress card coming through. And these are really, really powerful. You have the 2 and the 3. The High Priestess represents our intuition. This is your connection to your inner wisdom. These are 2 extremely powerful divine feminine energies right here. So this is about, you can see that triple goddess symbol down here with the maiden, mother, and crone symbol. This represents the journey through life of the divine feminine. The learning process, the mothering time period where we're providing nurturing, up to the wisdom, the crone energy. This is really being in touch with inner guidance. This is trusting what your gut instinct is telling you. It is trusting what you believe to be true. You can see like she has that like symbol right over her third eye. You see the angel wings behind her. I don't know if you can see this that well, but this card is filled with detail of angelic assistance, right? The High Priestess really represents Spirit's guidance in our life and the fact that we are not doing anything alone. We're not in charge of it by ourselves. And Spirit's guidance comes through in your heart and your mind, working together as a team. So you need to be open to the guidance that you receive, and then you have to trust the guidance that you receive. And then we progress over here to the Empress. And the Empress in the tarot represents abundance, creativity, something new, new beginnings. It could represent fertility. So if there's anybody watching where, you know, you've really been wanting to potentially conceive, have a baby, start a new project, you're getting this energy of Spirit is saying it's time for something new. The Empress is the divine feminine creator. Okay, you could see she's holding the wheat, the harvest in her hands. She has like all this gold and green light around her. This is confidence. This is the ability to tap into the sacral, the solar plexus, and the heart chakras and really create. Okay, so you need to trust in the higher energies, the Spirit and all of the guides that are around you right now guiding you. And you need to move forward and create, right? We have that 2 to 3 progression here. And like I said, that 8, that manifestation, that the idea of that magician, that alchemy of creating what you want, working with Spirit to get what you want. That's really, you know, you're getting the green light, go, pursue your goals. And then you have these 2 pages coming through. You have the Page of Wands and you have the Page of Coins. Now notice the difference in color. We have the Page of Wands, which represents fire, passion, creativity in the oranges and the reds and the yellows. Those are our lower chakras, our root, our solar plexus, and our sacral chakras. This is what we are rooted to here in this lifetime, right? This is the human experience. This is when we get inspiration, we get an idea, we have a new goal that we want to achieve. The page is the beginning of that journey. It's the following, you know, the path, starting, taking the first step. And you also have the Page of Coins. Now the Page of Coins is more related to our heart chakra, but again, it's a manifestation. Both of these are, you know, here we have this, the Wands really starts out as the inspiration, and then the coins come out as the actual fruition in our life, okay? The coins are the material objects and the financial abundance that we generate. And you can see he's holding his coin. You have the baby deer, you have the butterfly there. These totems are representing trust and faith in a higher power and guidance and in yourself and the transformation of the butterfly. So you have, you know, and then if you look over here, we have these dragons, which really represents passion and fire and strength. So you're getting this message of, you know, these 2 coming up right surrounding this 8 of Cups. So you're getting these 2 pages, these 2 brand new energies coming into your life this week where there's something new. So if you have been contemplating making a decision that involves walking away, saying no, ending something, ending something you've been a part of for a long time, because in your heart, you know, it's time for something new, you're being given the green light this week. It is definitely the time. Okay. You have that 8 of Cups, walk away. The Empress, starts something new. The number 8, manifestation. We'll come over here to the Black Moon, number 12, Lilith. the mystery card. So here, you know, and if you look, like there's that moon, right? And sometimes it's really hard to walk forward into the unknown. And if that's what this is representing, you think to yourself, okay, if I make this change, if I leave this current situation, if I leave what's familiar, I don't really know what to expect, right? I'm walking into the unknown. I can't totally predict what's up ahead. Makes me a little bit uncomfortable. But this is definitely a message of trusting in the mystery that lies ahead of you, okay? You have to have faith that there are good things up ahead, because the vibe that you have, that gut instinct that you need to be making a move, okay? Just the fact that you feel that, that's your inner wisdom speaking to you, okay? And that high priestess coming out with trust the mystery. This is really important because you have these two references to the moon. We have the triple goddess moon there, and we have the black Lilith moon. These are both about trusting in the divine order of things. And even if you can't clearly see what's up ahead for you, that's okay. There's really good stuff coming, okay? It's time to make a change. Now you have the number 46, the peacock spirit, let it shine. What I really love about this, you have a lot of green. I'm going to show you the green that's coming up. We have a lot of stuff here talking and speaking to your heart chakra. So you have the peacock spirit, let it shine, meaning be true to yourself. Be your authentic self. Don't dull yourself down to make anybody else comfortable. Don't stay in a situation that feels restrictive to you. If you're involved in anything that makes you feel like you can't totally be yourself, you can't totally be, you know, as loud or as honest or as free as you want to be, it's time to move into a different situation, okay? It's time to start something new. Then you have, you know, with this page of coins, that green abundance of starting that new thing, and then you have the child of nature archetype coming through. So this says friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits is one of the strengths that you have. If you are a person that really, really loves animals, you're being told that your connection to animals is important this week, okay? The shadow attribute of this would be not to abuse animals or the environment, okay? Respecting nature, respecting all living beings. But it's definitely letting me know that there's something going on. There's a connection between you and animals this week that really matters. So if there's any decisions that you're making in terms of, you know, maybe getting a new pet or starting a new job that has something to do with animals, there's something going on here with nature and you, okay? And it's something that really resonates with your heart. It's something that you need to follow. So if you've been kicking around any ideas that involve animals, you're getting a green light. And whether or not it's animals, if it's just the fact that your pets and animals soothe your soul and help your vibration, then just spend your time. You know, if you feel any stress, show up, pet your dog. That's what I do, because that calming energy is going to help you. All right. And then just like we have that peacock spirit, let it shine, we have the step out of your comfort zone north node cards showing up. So this is all about growing. Our north node is where we're headed in this lifetime. Our north node is the goal that we have, the growth that we want to feel. So as souls, we sign up to learn things about ourselves and to grow and expand who we are on an energetic level. So you are being called to step out of your comfort zone and really, truly be more authentically yourself. Follow the thing that lights your heart up. Follow the curiosity. Take the next step. Be honest about it. Put it out there. If it's something you've been holding back on, if there's something you want to go public with, if there's something that you have this dream on your heart that you've been wanting to follow, you've wanted to achieve something, but maybe it involves you being very public about it, being in the spotlight about it, Spirit is letting you know, go for it. It's going to be successful, and it's what you're meant to be doing. You have so much green in this reading. It means your heart is speaking to you, so you have to follow that. You're getting very awesome validation that don't worry if not everything is clear up ahead. If you can't see, you can see step 1, maybe you can see step 2, but then you're like, I don't know, after I, make this video and upload it, or after I say this thing, or after I quit my job, or whatever it is, what's the next step? The next step will be shown to you, okay? Don't let the mystery of that hold you back, because now is definitely the time for you to follow your heart, okay? Very much so. So focus on where you are headed. Don't worry about how it's all going to work out. Don't worry about all the details. Stay true to the goal that you have, okay? Then you have the you are never alone. So this is definitely a reminder of the fact that you are always being guided. You are always making these decisions along with your spirit team. You are not on your own to solve every problem or to have every answer. You're going to get that provided to you, okay? Spirit will kick in and give you signs and remind you, you know, when you're at a crossroads and you need to make a decision, that high priestess energy, that tapping into your intuition, that is going to give you the answers that you need. You're going to have the ideas pop into your head. The solutions are going to show up. People will show up that you need, okay? The opportunities will show up that you need. So you're not going through any of this alone. So whatever you do this week, if you make any big changes or you take any big first steps in following your heart's desire or following a goal, just know that, don't worry, just take the first step, because you're going to be guided the whole way forward. Whether you can see that now or not doesn't matter. All right, Spirit wants you to understand, like, you're not doing this by yourself, okay? So you have an awesome reading here, actually. You have a really powerful reading. So I'm going to just kind of end it with this, like, take that step, all right? Say goodbye to the old. Focus on where you're headed. That's how it started. The angels said you need to only be focusing on where you are headed this week. So whatever is through that doorway for you, whatever your goals are, whatever feelings it is that you want to feel, you need to follow your heart. You're getting a huge validation. And it is Valentine's week. It's the week of self-love. So do what's right for you, okay? And even if it seems like a risk, Spirit is saying now is the time. You wouldn't have this feeling on your heart. You wouldn't have the urge on your heart if this wasn't right for you. And if at any moment you are feeling stressed over anything, surround yourself with animals. Go out, be out in nature, all right? This child nature archetype is coming through because nature is going to soothe you. Go take a walk in the woods. Go sit outside in the sunlight, even if it's chilly where you live. Be around nature, be around animals. They're going to soothe your spirit. And if anything about this reading is related to animals for you and you want to manifest something, you want to manifest a new companion in your life, whatever that is, it's all, like, all signs are pointing to this is the week to do it. What you focus on is going to come to fruition. So best of luck to you. Hit subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.